Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on it, flaring on it. We Ric Flairing on it, flaring on it. Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on it, flaring on it. Check, we Ric Flairing on it, flaring on it. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairing, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death, I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. When I open like Betty Wops, then find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My ground repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on it, flaring on it. We Ric Flairing on it, flaring on it. To the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on it, flaring on it. We Ric Flairing on it, flaring on it. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like the other guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on it, flaring on it. We Ric Flairing on it. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on it, flaring on it. We Ric Flairing on it, flaring on it.
DQ, baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids. D-Phase. Yeah. Bubba C. Yeah. Ric Flairing on him. Ric Flairing on him. Ric Flairing on him. Ric Flairing, son up, baby.
Hey, yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack, Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man, A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the swag, pull up where you at. No cap if the Brody is speaking the soft facts. My advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeants are with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered the least. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walking cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Scotty. Listen, you already know what it is. It's back with another one. Happy Tuesday! I ain't even gonna lie to you. I forgot what day it was. I had to look at my calendar real quick. I was like, what day is this? But you already know what it is. Happy Tuesday. We back. Listen, man, this is it feels like I've been gone for so long. It does, man. I be like, it takes a lot of energy to come up here and talk to a camera. I don't know what y'all. I like. See you members at home be like, "Oh, Scotty, entertain me." But it takes a lot of energy to come in here and sit in front of a camera and talk to y'all members. You know what I'm saying? So I hadn't really been feeling it, and I feel like I had to get back on my bike and ride it. So I just want to see if I still got it. You know what I'm saying? So listen, you already know what it is. Make sure you go ahead and like the stream. The like police is never too far. Now we married, so she ain't got no place but to be here. My boy BJ texted me. He said, "How's married life treating you?" I said, "Listen, man." I said, "Now she can't throw me away." Listen, that's all it. Ain't nothing changed. She just can't throw the boy away no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, she had an out. Now you ain't got no out. You know, we locked in. When we locked in, hey, ain't no switching up. Hey, I don't know the rest of the song because I don't listen to mumble rappers, but you already know what it is. I just want to make that very clear. You know, when you locked in, ain't no switching up. You feel me? All right, so that's what it is. Hey, listen, we're going to get right to these announcements for the day. Come on, man. It's here. It's here. See, y'all didn't know when I was going to drop this. You know what I'm saying? But me, Perry. Hey, what?
Hey, yo, Scotty, we back.
Yo,
July 31st. What we doing? Hey.
Hey, it's outspoken. A lot changed. Granted, the concept we still hosting. Giving you the fix you need when on the screen. The veteran, Captain Petty, giving you medicine. Come tap in. You know Scott gonna do what he do.
Hey.
Might not want to hear it,
Hey.
but here's all the hard truth.
Say what?
Worry about the numbers. Regret if you're not fact-based. When you run your lane, the numbers seem like a statue. Wait. Hey, Scotty, man, I'm not feeling it. I don't think the people feeling it. Let me get in my bag a little bit, just showing what this outspoken really about to be like. Outspoken, this is more than conjecture. These days they land.
Who doing it like that? Nobody. Who doing it like that? Nobody. July 31st, tune in. Debut episode, Outspoken with me, Perry White. You already know what it is. We keeping it rolling, baby. We keeping it rolling. July 31st, Outspoken is here. All right. We wanted to wait till all the media days. We wanted to wait till all the stuff coming out. We trying to give you everything. We gonna talk MEAC. We gonna talk SWAC. We gonna talk the white boys. We gonna talk FCS. We giving you all of it. We even gonna give you the black people that act like they're the Jeffersons now. They done moved up to the white conferences. We gonna talk about them too. Okay. We gonna talk about them. We gonna talk about them too. You know what I'm saying? The ones that have moved up like the Jeffersons, and they're like, we don't know. All right, we gonna talk about them too. So listen, it's everything. All right, this is all football all the time. You already know what it is. Perry gonna bring you the facts, numbers, and all thing like that. You know me, I just gonna keep bringing you the pettiness and the messiness of it all. You know what I'm saying? So that is what it is. So make sure you guys tune in. So if you're a MEAC, listen, ain't nobody doing it for the MEAC, and I'm here. Okay, my boy Malcolm, MEAC Mike, we here for you. We talking MEAC. All right, we talking MEAC. We talking all that. So make sure you stay locked in. All right, listen, tomorrow, I keep trying to tell y'all, don't nobody do it like me. Tomorrow, once again, today was a huge announcement, history in the making. Urban Edge Networks becomes the first Black-owned media company to partner with the NBA to now be the broadcaster of the Texas Legends games. Listen, tomorrow, interview with Mr. Pelt, interview with Mr. Malcolm Farmer of the president and GM of the Texas Legends. They're going to go all into the details of this monumental precedent they didn't set, signed the contract. We're going to get into the details, the nitty gritty and everything. I'm going to talk a little bit more about it on my Let Me Cook section, but I'm going to just go here with it for now. I'm going to just make my announcement. I'm going to keep it pushing. But tomorrow, make sure you're locked in, 4 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Central. Once again, the GM and president of Texas Legends will be in the building. Also, my man Hardy Pelt be in the building. They're going to talk about this deal and why it happened, how it came about, and what makes this thing historic in its own right. All right. So make sure you guys are tuned in and stay in for that. So it's going to be something, man. It's going to be something. I'm just saying, it's just going to be something. Now, what are we talking about today? I feel like, am I missing something? I am missing something. 1, 2. I'm missing my, hold up. Here we go. Found it. I thought I was missing. I was missing about, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I know people like Scotty is HBC. It's off script. We talk about whatever the hell I want to talk about. And today we talk about some Deion. Now, people thought that just because Deion is no longer in the HBCU space, that my man doesn't. Listen, I'm not like these new YouTubers that are just new to this and just talking about Deion now. Oh my God. Listen, I've been talking about Deion, okay? When he was in the space, all the YouTubers was like, oh my God, Deion, oh healthy, hell prime. That's all they was doing. Now he out the space and they're like, oh, Deion is this. And you like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's real smoky-ish, you know what I'm saying? And Debo. You know, I got mind control over Debo. He be like, shut up. I be quiet. But when he leave, you know the rest. You know the rest, right? So once again, listen, it's always something with Deion. Now, I'm not saying he started it, but it's always something. And if you haven't heard, let me hip you up, right? So who you see here is Brent Venables. All right, Venables. He's a white man that coaches Oklahoma. And this is what he said. Now, listen, I ain't know white people understood shade, but this is as shady as it gets. I'm telling you, I ain't know white people did shade, but it can't get no shadier than this. My man said, I gave guys 12 months of grace. That's biblical, okay? Let's start there. That's out the book. Grace, that's out the good book. He said, I was unlike Deion. Venable said, I gave guys 12 months of grace to figure it out. Here are the 3 things. Go to class, live right off the field, and when you show up over here, you show up with respect and appreciation for your opportunity. And if you go 0-3 for 12 months, you need a fresh start. So we help 21 guys, give or take, find a fresh start. Yeah, that's shady. I don't care nobody say. Listen, that's as shady as it gets. All right? That's as shady as it gets. It don't get no shadier. Okay? Like I keep saying, I didn't know. Because the thing that kills me, right? The thing that kills me about the shade is this. Is that a lot of times, and it's funny, I've talked to somebody from Deion's camp recently, right? And they said, Scotty, you know the biggest thing that we have to deal with? He said that the difference that they've experienced at the PWI level is simply like, in the HBCU space, he was like, yo, people would just say, we don't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he said it just like that. I ain't paraphrasing, I ain't quoting. He said it just like that. He said, listen, we don't F with you. You know what I'm saying? We don't F with you. So he said, but when you get into this PWI space, it's a lot of smiling in your face, and then they stabbing you in the back, and you like, yo, I thought you was rocking with me. And then next thing you know, you on a citation, they done written you up, now you're fired. So from the person I talked to, he was just like, yo, that's just what it is. And we've come to realize that. Now, I'm not saying Deion don't deserve some of this backlash for really flipping the whole roster. Colorado was trash. Okay, Colorado was trash. Let's just call it a spade a spade. They were trash. All right, they was trash. So we get, you know what I'm saying, the turnover. But it's just how I said that when he was here, right? I said that when he was in A. I said it's not what Deion is doing. It's just how he's doing it, right? Because you respect a winner. You always respect a winner, no matter what it is. But some of the stuff that he does and puts on, it turns people off. And when you're stepping into a white space, right? Because when Deion stepped into a black space in the FCS level of HBCU, he was it. You know, you had Fox News scared to ask questions. You had other entities scared to ask questions. You had the commissioner scared to challenge anything Jackson did. Deion literally could have had a recruiting violation every single time he touched down in Jackson, and Dr. McNugget wasn't going to do anything. You know why? Because Deion was bigger than the SWAC. But listen, the Pac-12 ain't playing that, nor does the big, listen, first of all, Pac-12 ain't playing that, okay? They like, yo, we bigger than Deion. We going to be here after Deion. We the Pac-12, right? And it's just like USC, UCLA, Oregon, the brands are just bigger, right? So you don't have that like worship factor. Yes, he's cool. Yes, he does this, but you don't got that worship factor that he had in the HBCU realm. So white people are like, yo, hey, man, I wouldn't have done it like that. But hey, who am I? You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's how white people do. I'm like, I wouldn't have done it like that. I mean, I would have done it a little differently with a little bit more respect, but who am I? And black people like, nah, that shit was trash. Like them bad was a sorry. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a give and take, man. But I love the one thing I love is how Dion responded on this one. And listen, I don't give Dion too much credit. I try not to. You don't need too much from me. But I did respect the way he responded. This is what Dion said. Dion said, please read this slowly. I've never responded to any of the great coaches that chose to target me or our program here at Buzz Football. I'm great at walking and talking the talk. And if I were truly me, I would have referenced a Lamborghini. I don't like that's just you can't get no more Dion than that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's kind of like, okay, we all black. Most of us all black on this, right? Black people understand. White people might not understand this, but black people get this, right? It's when you be like, all right now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, all right now. Keep playing with me. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you who I really am. That's the vibes I get from this. The vibes I get from this is, all right now, go ahead on now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been cool. I've been just here, minding my own business, tending to my own garden. You trying to come over here and mess with me? All right now. You know what I'm saying? That's the vibes I got when I read this. Just like, listen, I'm not the one to play with. And if we're being honest, outside of football, if you take Colorado out of the picture, right? Like if you take the team out of the picture, Dion is really not the one you want to play with. Why? Because his platform is so big. You know what I'm saying? Like he can jump on his Instagram and literally change the internet. Like you know what I'm saying? Like he can respond to you over an Instagram video and it goes viral. Now you're looking stupid. You know what I'm saying? Now you're on TMZ. Now you're on World Star. Now you're on, Tasha K. You on everybody. You know what I'm saying? Steve Harvey talking about you on the morning show. Ricky Smiley talking about you. You an ESPN front headline on Get Up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how real it can get really quickly if Dion plays this game with you. But it wouldn't be me. It wouldn't be me if I don't.
She throwing shots, that's how I know I got a trigger.
Now you know I can't. God, you listen. It wouldn't be a show of Offscript if I don't hold Dion accountable. Because a lot of these members ain't gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it. I got to do it. It wouldn't be me if I didn't do it. Listen, I just got one question. Okay, I just got one question. Where was this smoke for Saban? That's all I will listen. Listen, I don't care what you're talking about. I don't care what you're talking about. Where was this smoke for Saban? You didn't have none of the smoke for Saban. Okay? None of it. Not a lick. That's what listen. It's all that stuff is cute. Okay? All that stuff is cute. You ain't have no smoke for Saban. I'm going to just keep saying that. None. Nada. Nunca. Niet. You didn't have no smoke with Saban. I got a problem with that. Because I just got a problem with that. That's just me. Because to me, everybody can get the smoke. Now you laugh, you kiki and caca and Geico commercials, behind the scenes. Oh, this is my man. Da 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 da. Nah, he ain't had that smoke for Saban though. Me. I don't. Listen, man. I just move a little differently. If you got smoke, you got smoke. It ain't. I'm just saying. Listen, like I said, I give Deion all the kudos in the world for the response. I think it was super professional. It was super Christian. Okay, it was super. It was all Kuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. I get all that, but you ain't had no smoke for Saban though. Let us not forget. Listen, in the words of 9/11, let us not forget. Let us not forget. I'm just saying. You ain't had none of that smoke for Saban. And I just listen, I'm just calling spade a spade.
Throwing shots, that's how I know I got a trigger.
You gotta keep it all the way busy. You see people talking about, it's about money. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of that. You gotta stand on business. You gotta stand on business, man. Like, I'm tired of all this money. Like, you gotta stand on business. That's stuff I don't know, man. I don't be respecting that, man. I don't because then, people, oh, Scotty, you gotta, the bag. I get it. But some things is just principle, man. Like some things you just gotta stand on business. And business is like, yo, you trying to disrespect me. You really disrespect me. And if we're being a whole buck, see, let's keep it a whole buck. Saban didn't come back and apologize. Saban didn't come back. Saban didn't publicly apologize. You see how that. Did anybody hear Saban say, you know what? Dang, I really met, Deion, my guy. I ain't really mean it like that. That's my bro. Da. He ain't do none of that. Because you know what that privilege gets you? That privilege lets you just walk away. That's what privilege do. Privilege, you know what white privilege allows you to do? You F up. Oh, just walk away. Just walk away. like nothing happened. Oh, bye. See you. Toodles. Like that's what privilege gets you. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Didn't even stand on business to make the man apologize. Yeah, I don't know, man. Y'all. But you talk about the little bag. You get a little bag. Deion wouldn't messed up the bag. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. Stand on business. Stand on business. So it just is what it is. Now let's get into a little deeper conversation about this Colorado, because I don't know, in Twitter, and my man Craig has been posting these junks like hotcakes, right? He's been posting these junks like hotcakes. It's been records, right? It's been nothing but I'm seeing like this graphic everywhere on Twitter talking about who's supposed to do what, and this go here and this go here. So I just, I screenshotted the graphic. Shout out to Craig, you know what I'm saying? He screenshotted the graphic. And man, listen. I don't know what you do with this. 1-11. One of the like what? 1-11? 1-11? I mean, you can't even get my man 2 games. You can't get my man 2 games. Like, okay, they gave they gave this man 8% to win TCU. Oh, the disrespect is so real. Okay, they gave my man 8% to win TCU. They gave him 29% to win Nebraska. They got him beating Colorado State, at least it's the rival. 5% to beat Oregon, 6% to beat USC, right? 51%, so that's pretty even. UCLA 11%. Oregon, this is 0%. 0% to be in the title game. That's just wild. That's just wild. 1-11. Like, see, and this is the thing. Like, are they taking in consideration? That's what I really want to know. Right? Are they taking in consideration of the other teams and what they've lost? But what I heard about TCU, though, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Blue. I heard from TCU. He told me that the TCU starter last year was actually the backup, and the real starter is back for another year. So that TCU, like TCU for real, has got their real starter back. So Duggan wasn't even a real starter. I know you told me that too, Mr. Campbell. Mr. Blue told me that as well. So he told me first. You know what I'm saying? So what? Sir, this might become the Colorado. This might be the Colorado Offscript edition. Okay, if he goes 1-11, Colorado fans won't have no smoke with me. If this Bama go 1-11, I'm probably gonna take this hat. I'm gonna probably take this helmet. I'm gonna put it on my head. You know what I'm saying? And I'm be like, "Go Buffalo, go Buffalo." I'm telling you, 1-11, you ain't gonna want. They don't want to see me. They are not going to want to see me because I'm gonna do a special show just for Colorado people. Like I ain't even gonna hold you. Like I'm gonna just have like a Colorado live show just and wearing his ass out. No homo, no pause. No. Nah, listen. I'm not wishing like bad for Deion. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say that. I'm gonna tell you like my real thing is this. I just want to see what Deion and Shedeur look like when they're not the I'm gonna just keep saying that. I want to see what they look like when they're not the favorites. That has been my only critique of them. I want to see what they look like when they step on the field and they're not the best team on the field. What does that look like? And if it looks like that with some losses, I'm going to just laugh my way to the bank. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to just laugh my way to the bank. So it's not even like a grudge or hate thing. I just really want to see what it looks like. I want to see what coaching looks. I want to see his coaching when you lose by 30. I want to see your coaching when if your son plays bad. Do you blame your son? Like that's the stuff I want to see from Deion. I want to see some true coaching. Like, are you rallying your team together after they ain't got their ass whooped by somebody, and can they bounce back to play a decent game? Like all those things that normal teams have gone through, will Deion be able to facilitate that? And I want to see it. Right now, if that comes to 1-11, it's just 1-11. Oh, it's 1-11. If it's 4-7, it's 4-7. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. It just is what it is, man. So, all right. Listen, let's break from this. Let's go back to some HBCU stuff, right? Let's go back to some HBCU stuff. Let's talk a little Swag Diddy. Right now, I'm gonna be real with you. And call lines are open 518-263-8124, 518-263-8124. Call lines are already open. Let me get my swig. Let's talk a little Swag Diddy. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I heard about this about a month ago, but Fox News kind of made it official of what Swag Diddy could be gone. That's word on the street, right? And like I said, I heard this about a month ago. The guy who told me was like, "Hey, Scotty, don't say nothing, because if you say something, then they're going to kind of know where they got it from." So I was just like, all right, cool. I ain't really believe him when he told me, even though that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really believe me when he told me. I was like, he wouldn't go back. Nah, he wouldn't do that. But now that Fox News says something about it, I'm like, okay, I guess that is kind of confirmation of what my guy told me about, a month ago. So Swag Diddy could be gone, and if you haven't read the article on Fox News, it said he could be gone to PV. Now, I'ma just say this. From the things that I've heard, right, allegedly, is that he didn't leave on the best of terms at PV. That's all listen, I ain't gonna dive too deep. Hold on, guys. So I don't want to get too in deep because then people try to like sue, slander, all that type of stuff. All I'm gonna say is this: him going back to PV. I'm not saying it's not a good thing. I'm not saying PV ain't gonna drop the bag for Swag Diddy, right? I don't believe it would be. I mean, technically, yes, but technically, no, because I think they can pay him more. Now, this is my thing. This is my thing of why I think I'm going to say this. Should he have realistically won AD of the year? Probably not. The fact that he did win AD of the year, and this is the best position that he could get, I'm a little skeptical on that. I'm going to just say I'm a little skeptical on that because if you that guy at the AD position, there should be at least 5 to 7 white institutions that want your services, right? So to me, something just is not sitting right with me. It's just something about, something just ain't sitting right with me on this. I just don't know why this is the only position that he will be able to move to. Now, I did hear when the Arkansas State job came up, I did hear that he was applying for that, I heard some things. But if this is the only realistic move that you can get, it's feeling like that, Rocky. It's feeling like that, Rocky. That's all I'm saying. It's feeling like that. Now, once again, Swag Diddy is a Mississippi native. Went to Valley. I think he's from Jackson. I'm not saying he's not. You know what I'm saying? So, the one thing that I will say this, the one thing you can never knock A.D. Robinson is that he has been very forward thinking and forward moving in the HBCU space. So I'm not saying that he should not. I'm not saying he's not qualified to get another FCS job. It's just to me that, you know what I'm saying, like why he hasn't been able to move outside of HBCU. But if we're being honest, A.D. Robinson has probably made some of the most impactful hires in the SWAC. You got to call a spade a spade. You got to call a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying? That he has not been impactful but with the hires that he's made. He hired Willie Simmons at PV, right? He hired Dion at Jackson. Now, Fox News says he hired Tamika Reed. Somebody else told me that's not true. So I'm going to leave that to the Jackson people. Y'all can tell me if that's true or not. Somebody told me that wasn't true. Somebody told me that was true. So I don't know too much Jackson business on that aspect. But some of the most impactful hires he has made, though, he gave Willie Simmons his first job. He gave Deion Sanders his first. You know what I'm saying? So he has been impactful in the HBCU space. I'm not saying, listen, I'm not saying you want to see your good talent go off, but it just doesn't resonate with me how you got to go back to PV. Like, for what? For what? I don't get it. For what? To do what? Now, don't get me wrong, PV athletics is trash. Listen, PV and all them 10 fans out there, their athletics department is trash. I've heard that listen, I've heard that from graduates, alums, athletes. The athletic department at PV is absolutely horrible. So if he's coming there to be Columbo or John Wayne, that ain't the job. I listen, unless you know for a fact that you just that's what you try and do. I can't even help you, my boy. I can't even it don't make no sense to me because Jackson to me, and you know I can't stand nothing that go on in 1400 Lynch Street. I listen, I could care less if they are doing a cookout. I hope it failed, right? No, I'm just playing. No, I'm not. But but Jackson is like a well-oiled machine, right there. Like they are a well-oiled machine. You got it up and running. You got it moving. You know what I'm saying? You've been impactful for the last 2 or 3 years of the hires that have made major impacts at Jackson. You're from Mississippi. I don't understand like why you would make that move to go back to PV. That doesn't make sense to me. But if that's something that he feels he needs to do, hey, listen. That's what Fox News said, Joe. So listen, don't come on here talking about Scotty said. Nope. Fox News said that. Fox News said that. I'm not going to say I didn't hear it. Okay. I'm not going to say I didn't hear it. Hired duly. You see what I'm saying? So very, very much impactful. Very much impactful. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying I didn't hear it because I'll be lying if I did. I heard it a month ago. You know what I'm saying? I just had to keep it under wraps because I was just like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't make it don't make sense. Okay? It don't make sense. And somebody just texted me and said, somebody close to the PV program just texted me and said, Fox News don't know shit. He's not the new AD at PV. So I and you know who you are. You a trip, bro. You a trip. All right. So I guess that answers all our questions. Fox News don't know shit. They ain't hiring him at PV. That's from an insider at PV. So hey, okay, cool. Moving on. All right. Now, last and final. And once again, like I said, call lines are open. And listen, guys, I'm not gonna be on here long. I'm trying to get back in the hang of this thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like riding a bike. I haven't been, you know, a lot of family stuff. My mama just left town, wedding, you know, kids. I'm trying to get back into the live, you know what I'm saying? Get back in the flow. Because I know y'all been watching a lot of people out there in these streets. And I've been getting a lot of messages like, Scotty, where you been? Right? Where you been? So I just, you know, I wanted to come on here. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to do my little 2 cents. Now, for my section of Let Me Cook, I got a few things I want to talk about. All right? I got a few things I want to talk about on Let Me Cook. And this is like, it's a little bit, it's like, it's a rant. I ain't going to hold you. It's a rant. But it's just some stuff that I've been wanting to get off my chest for a little bit. Right? So here we go. First thing up on Let Me Cook. I just need somebody outside of myself, right? Because outside of my girl, Yard Talk, outside of myself, to see this picture in a very, I don't know which one is it. What is it? Macro or it's macro, right? I think it's a macro view. Like I think macro. I think I'm right. I get those mixed up all the time. I need somebody to see this from a macro view because this is what I don't understand. And I'm going to go back to my interview graphic. Like, guys, the one thing about a scam, right, is a scam is going to make it. A scam can only go so far. A scam can, well, you know, unless you like the Ponzi dude, you can take it as long as you want. But listen, when you start dipping into when you're a black company starting to dip into white money, if you don't think they're going to do their due diligence, you are out of your cotton picking mind. And I just want to this is the NBA. I don't understand it when you have multiple people on the YouTube space talk about, oh, Urban Edge is this, and Urban Edge is that, and the Urban Edge can't do this, and they're crooked, and they're this, and they're that. I want to see the money. I want to see the receipts. They ain't making no money. Oh, okay. If they are doing something wrong, somebody explain to me how they are able to partner with the NBAG League, a subsidiary, if I'm saying that right, subsidiary of the NBA. So you're going to have to do all your due diligence to make sure that all your paperwork is together, because it always goes back to the same thing they said about the NFL, protecting the shield. If you don't think Adam Silver, and Mr. Malcolm Farmer did not do their diligence to work with some. I talked to Mr. Campbell about this, and me and Mr. Campbell had a conversation about this, and he put it very blunt. He said, the one thing about when the caucus of the mountains work together, right? They'll give you the homeboy hookup, and in the process of getting the homeboy hookup, they know, hey, if I hook you up, you gonna get money, and I'm gonna get money, and we all gonna get money together, right? So when you, and I'm just slide this into the NBA. Stay with me. If Urban Edge was this, right? It's not. It wouldn't be. First of all, it wouldn't be historic. It wouldn't be. That's number one. And number two, it would probably be, hey, my homeboy owns the company. He my guy. I'm gonna give him the opportunity to broadcast the games. So he gonna make money, and I'm gonna make money off of him. We gonna make money together, right? But when you partner with a major corporation as the NBA, you're telling me that I'm past Dr. McNugget not being right. I'm past that point. All I'm asking people is to think bigger, right? Because understand where I just want y'all to kind of take a step back and like envision where HBCU football could have been if they would have partnered with Urban Edge Network, or more institutions would have partnered with them to now multiple companies or multiple institutions are making more than just the distribution coming from the ESPN contract or, the HBCU Go contract. I just kind of want y'all to think outside that picture, because the situation with FAMU, right? And let me say this, and I love the AD there. I think she's doing somewhat of a great job. I love her energy. But the thing about this is the core of the issue when it comes to HBCUs and ADs and presidents who don't know their job, right? When you come out publicly and say, I don't want to do business because they're in litigation with the conference, that lets me know that you don't know how it's set up. The conference does not dictate to the schools. The schools dictate to the conference. That is how this thing works. So when you come, that's like, I don't understand why they look at this, at the head of the SWAC, like he is freaking Pharaoh. And you Bamas are the Israelites, and you're like, let my people go. And I'm trying to walk this thing out like Moses. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to walk y'all out of this mental slavery that you're in, to explain to you how this thing works. And it's simply that you are not ran by the conference. They are literally just oversight, just to say, hey, do this, do that, do this, do that. Right? But the fact of the matter is that you think that the SWAC, and like, you think like this Bama is Pharaoh, and that's not the case. That is not the case, because if it was the case, do you think Grambling would still have a partnership? Because we all know Dr. McNugget has a problem with Urban Edge. We've seen the emails, Fox News has written about it. We've seen all that. So if Pharaoh could really make the transit, if Pharaoh could say, yo, Grambling, give that up, you don't think he would have? But he can't. It's not his duties. That's the thing that just boggles my mind when it comes to the stuff that I see. And I'm like, half the battle is just being ignorant to the fact of what you can and cannot do. And ignorance is not a reason, right? To just, oh, I didn't, like, at some point in time, you have to know. You have to know. It's your job to know. And that is the thing that kills me when I sit back and I just look at the landscape of everything. And I'm just like, okay, if you put the underfunding in perspective, that's a standard, right? You've been underfunded. But then when you add the ignorance of bad business and not understanding the job at hand, you compound that into more financial perpetuity. So yes. Is it the white man underfunding you? Absolutely. Should you got every dollar you deserve? Absolutely. But it's also the ignorance of people in positions that do not know what they're doing, also compounding the interest of being underfunded. It just boggles my mind. It really just, I can't explain it to you. I don't understand. And then people are so herd and sheep mentality wise that they'll just jump on something just because they're just like, oh, well, somebody said this isn't right. Well, do you know what right looks like? Do you know the rules? Do you know the bylaws of what is going on? Do you know any of that? No, I don't. It just is what it is. So listen, man, I'm not here to bash today. You know what I'm saying? I just came off of a vacation. So I'm not going to come on here and go full Scotty mode and be like, oh, Scotty, you don't like HBCU. It's not that. All I'm saying is that there has to be a point where HBCUs are more forward thinking, right? Because you can't, the problem with some, I won't say all because people hate when I say that. The problem with some HBCUs is they're not forward thinking. They're not thinking down the street 5 years from now, 10 years from now. I've heard from different alums and alumni from HBCUs that they wish that, you know, a lot of their schools had more deeper online programs, right? Because they feel like they could have taken over the online space, right? Of just, you know, of being a Phoenix University or being, you know, of one of those university schools and just having a more bigger impact on the online space, right? But they were behind in that. And then you get into athletics and then you're behind, or you're not thinking about how the media and how everything is moving in media and TV and all those different things. It's just like, how do we get more forward thinking people in position to help us see around the corner, to help us put ourselves in better situations to better prepare for the future? Because that's what the schools are teaching. So how can the school be teaching students to be better prepared for the future, but the institutions that are teaching it aren't being prepared for the future? Does that make any sense to anybody? You're leading the industry in teaching young Black men and women how to be professionals in the future, how to be professionals in their field. If it's nursing, if it's doctors, if it's lawyers, judges, all that. You're teaching them to be forward thinking in the future of their professions, but the institution itself is not forward thinking enough to better prepare itself for life 5 years down the line. You see what I'm saying? So it's multiple things that I feel as though and the thing about it is, black people are the most forward thinking people. I don't get like Bama's was coming up with traffic lights when there's like one car on the road. Black people coming up with hot combs, and they like, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's where, listen, white people love to say, people from the Caucasus Mountains love to say that black people are born athletically. We're genes. And well, if that's the case, gosh darn it, we're born inventors, innovators. We're born innovators. Like half the inventions that you use in your everyday life were created by black people. So if they were thinking 20, 40, 50 years down the line, we got to do better just thinking 5 to 10. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I'm just confused. I'm just confused, but it's just like, it's okay. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to. It just bothers me. That's all I can say. It really just rubs me the wrong way, man. Because I'm just like, our people, our culture are just too innovative. We're just too innovative to be behind the curve in most of the things that we make cool. I just don't get it. But it's like the simplicity of understanding the business is an attribute that we don't want to take on. We don't want to take on the responsibility of learning how to do correct business, right? Because the one thing it is, and the one thing I will absolutely love about the military is this, right? The one thing I would say that I love about the military is that it's rigid. It's rigid and it gets weird, but I love the fact that there's a continuity book, right? And a continuity book is when you step into a position, right? Because there's so much turnover in the military. When you step into a position, they tell you all the major details of what needed to be done in your position. So you're not coming into the position blind, right? So my thing is this: why not have a conference? Why not have a meeting or whatever of bringing in the ADs, right? Bringing in the conference or whatever and learning the business, learning and understanding what it takes to be in this media space, right? And then you trickle that down into your students. You trickle that down into, you make a continuity book of it. You got to put parameters in place that things are not just go. I don't know. I make it sound easier than what it is, and I apologize because it's not. Because people who get into power, you never understand what they're going to do. They can change it. I think I'm making it very simplistic. All I'm saying is that there has to be a better way to communicate how to properly do business in the media space, and I just wish that we as Black people, we as HBCU space need to start being more forward thinking. And if you have the NBA G League partnering with a Black company, a Black media company, it can't be no more forward thinking than that. Out of all the white people in America that could possibly have gotten this contract, they go to the Black company that have been petitioning to the SWAC to say, hey, we'd love to work with you. No, you ninjas are a scam. Okay, we'll just go over here and work with the NBA. Okay, we'll just go over here and work with Alabama. Okay, we'll just go over here and work with Texas A&M. But we're a super conference, though. Excuse my frustration, but that's just the stuff that just bothers me. That's been my time. Listen, call lines are open, 518-263-8124, 518-263-8124. Once again, tomorrow, live interview tomorrow with the president of Texas Legends, Malcolm Farmer, president and GM, tomorrow 4 o'clock, talking about the historic deal that they partnered with the Urban Edge. Want to get some media information? There you go. All right. Also, once again, July 31st. Hey,
yo, Scotty, we back.
Outspoken. Me and Perry.
Thank you for reaching out.
Come on.
I'm like, hey, it's Outspoken. A lot changed. Granted, the concept we still hosting. Giving you the fix you need when on the screen. The veteran, Captain Petty, giving you medicine. Come tap in. You know Scott gonna do what he do. Might not want to hear it, but here go the hard truth. Perry about the numbers. Regret if you're not fact-based. When you run your lane, the numbers seem like a stat check. Wait. Hey.
All right. July 31st. Make sure you got that locked in. 8 o'clock. We're going live 8 o'clock. July 31st. That'll be our first episode. We're debating if we want to do 2 a week or 1 a week. We'll let y'all keep that up to date. But guys, listen, man. It's been a little different. I hope you guys enjoyed my graphic bar. I'm trying to do something a little different. You know what I'm saying? So I can, 1, it helps me with editing this jank. And 2, it helps y'all Bamas keep track of everything. So if you can skip through and highlight and all that, just try to do a little something different. All right. But as always, you already know what it is. Until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holler. God bless.